This story pisses me off more than any other outdoor disaster. The Yellow River Stone Forest 100K ultramarathon was not a normal race. So launched in 2018, Lee Zuobi, who was the county's Chinese Communist Party chief, had this grand vision of the race as this like tourism initiative to help kind of lift his region out of poverty. This reoccurring successful ultramarathon had been a symbol of that achievement. For the 2 previous years, the race had experienced nothing but pretty much perfect weather. The night before the race, the organizers had held this briefing. They had only cautioned the runners about heat stroke and sunburns. By 7 a.m., with only 2 hours until the race was set to begin, the temperature was just about 60 degrees Fahrenheit or about 15 degrees Celsius. Wind gusts were slamming into the starting area with enough force to knock over race signs, rip flags from their poles, and send debris just kind of scattering across the ground. By 10 a.m., just 1 hour into the race, the apparent temperature at the 3rd checkpoint, which sat higher up in the mountains, had plummeted to 34 degrees Fahrenheit. By 12 o'clock noon, the situation on the mountain had turned catastrophic. Heavy rain mixed with hail was now just pounding the exposed section of the course. This is the point in the story where runners began dropping like flies. At 12:17 p.m., the first distress message that actually was received reached race officials. And then shortly after that, a haunting photo surfaced, which showed 10 runners huddled together with their emergency blankets, again, the only protection they had, being completely torn apart by the relentless winds. Folks, at this point, the Yellow River Stone Forest Ultramarathon was now flirting with becoming a full-on mass casualty event. At 5:45 p.m., firefighters finally arrived at the 4th checkpoint. And then between 6 and 7 p.m., a local villager found and rescued a surviving runner who was literally foaming at the mouth. By morning, 18 runners were confirmed dead, with 3 still out there missing. And soon, the official death toll would be announced as 21 runners, 18 men and 3 women. And now for Lee Zuobi. As investigators dug deeply into this tragedy, it was clear that someone had to be held accountable for these 21 deaths. And as the days passed, Lee Zuobi found himself increasingly targeted. On June 9th, 2021, the 22nd and final victim of the Yellow River Stone Forest Ultramarathon would end up dying. Lee Zuobi ended his own life by jumping from his high-rise apartment building. The man who had proudly promoted this race as a way to lift his region out of poverty had now been destroyed by it.